So, you guys see it. It's official. Cove 450 Rally Pro in the background there. So, we've got a bike, and now we're going to see about getting it back into fighting shape. Interesting enough, this was actually a bike that was used by the team here in North America, some of the team riders, as a practice bike, and then they would also take it as a spare bike when they would travel to some of the events. So we're lucky enough to have acquired it. We'll maybe disclose how that happened later on in this journey. But the big thing with this one is just getting the bike back into shape, getting some of the things squared away, getting it back out onto the road, final assembly, all of that fun stuff. The bike is actually in really good shape. You would think that, man, this thing was ridden by, by some of the top riders on the team. Of those, you may know who. And I think it speaks a lot about how this bike has held together. So I'm really, really surprised once I found out a little bit more about the history of it and what it went through, how the bike actually is. So I'll share more of those and how it goes along. But for those of you who haven't heard about this is one of the only rally bikes that you can buy today without having to go through all of these hoops and having to know somebody at a factory in Austria or having to deal with one of the satellite dealerships or anything like that. This is a really, really cool opportunity for those people that are looking to get into adventure riding on more of a dirt bike type deal. Large fuel capacity, 8 gallons. You've got a 450 motor, so it's not a really violent handful. It's still a really light bike. There's a lot of accessories and things that are coming to be on it. Depending on which one you get, like the Rally Pro comes with a tower set up specifically for navigation. But if you go to like a standard or a low, you're going to be able to put more of your traditional stuff on there, like GPSs, tablets, things that will help you navigate your adventure rides and stuff like that. So it's a really, really awesome bike. It's proven to be very, very versatile, but not just the versatile part of it. I think the biggest thing that it's proven, and there's been long conversations about this on the podcast, is its reliability. The bike has been really, really reliable as far as the mechanics go on it. I mean, you think about 2 Dakars, all of the Gen 1 bikes finished. Obviously, we know about the Gen 2 bikes. There's no hiding that. The Gen 2 rally bike, but that is a whole design motor by them. So now you're talking about an experimental motor where instead with the Gen 1 bikes, they actually went with a proven motor that's been used across different platforms, not just the Cove. So that is kind of an interesting way of how, people have been talking about, well, it's this, it's that, it's the quality and this and that. And I go, everything wears out. Everything, some things faster than other, but the big thing looking at the bike, it really doesn't look that bad, which is really awesome to see considering that the history that it has, the people that have ridden it before I got my hands on it. So I'm excited to bring the journey and kind of figure out a little bit more about the bike and get into it and the parts and the nuances and setting it up. The goal for this is going to be able to get it back into fighting shape, so it will have the rally navigation stuff on it. I'm going to do some stuff with the exhaust. I'm going to do some stuff with the ECU. Suspension's going to get done on it. We've got a few things coming for it. So it's going to be really cool to get one of these things going. But like I said, I mean, if you haven't already heard of them, this is the Cove 450. They have the 450 FSE Rally. They've got a few different bikes coming to market. They also have an 800 version, an 800 Rally that they've got going on. So a lot of stuff coming from Cove here stateside. So Cove Moto USA, you can find their website. You can find some of the stuff, some of the bikes that are coming, some of the accessories, even for these. So it's really, really cool to see these companies jumping on board early to help support the bike and create things for it and have, options for us people that now own these bikes and being able to do something and personalize them a little bit more. So I'm excited about the journey and what we're going to be doing with this bike. It's got, all sorts of fun stuff. So we've got wheels and tires. We've got some things that we're going to do. We've got some combinations that I'm thinking of, doing some stuff on the gearing as well to try and just get a basic foundation, a basic setup, and making this thing much more user-friendly and personalized. I don't know. I'm just going to make it mine. I want to do, there's certain things, I do things a certain way, and I'm just going to do it. I'm here. My name is Victor, and I have a problem with shiny object syndrome. Let's see how many shiny objects we can put on this one. So, anyway, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for the journey, and let me know what you guys think. What should we do? What do you guys want to know about the bike? You know, let's find out. So, anyway, we'll see you guys soon.